live 2023. We are bored, so we're bored, Cap. So we're gonna do this.
Yeah, no fights on a Saturday night for what, like the fourth week in a row now?
It's almost like we went to rehab and like
It's like, what do we do on Saturdays now?
And now when a fight comes, I got Tank tonight. I'm gonna watch it. It's almost like a little bit of methadone to like time you over till we get to next week. And then next week is like was it Gastelum, I think?
Yeah, I think it's Kelvin, and I don't even really know the other guy.
I have it in the slides that we're gonna go over, but it's not a big one. It's almost like a step, like a starter line for us to like.
They should have started it off with a pay-per-view. That's how they should have started the year.
Well, Makhachev and Volk is the next week, I believe.
Right, no. Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Is it the next week? I'm not sure. But how was your New Year's, bud? Oh, Cap went dark over there. Uh-oh. Well, my New Year's was good, everybody. I do want to talk about what I've been doing. See, this is my everything bagels. See this, Cap? You went dark for a second, but I've been eating this a lot, Cap. This is everything bagel seasoning. Can you hear me? Do you see this, Cap? Cap is having technical difficulties. That Texas Wi-Fi is shit. Your boy Ted Cruz is fucking you over, bro. But back to me. At this everything Cap, you there? Are you back? You pay your Wi-Fi bill, Cap? The handsome motherfucker, bro. He looks like a surfer. I'm gonna eat some of this while we wait. You're muted. There you go. Are you back? Can't hear you. Yeah, your mic is messed up. Cap. He's smiling. Cap, you want to like you could reshoot, like re-enter. You still have the mute button on. Let me unmute you. Unmute the mic. Can't unmute the guest. The mic is not connected. Your mic is not connected. Yeah, Cap, you're not looking good right now. You're in trouble. You're going down with the ship. But I could still hold it down because I could talk my ass off. So while we wait for Cap to come back, he just bolted. We are going to go over insights with the captain when he gets his shit together over there, when he fixes his Wi-Fi. If anybody happens to join us, jump in and join us. We will answer questions if you drop us any questions. If not, we don't care. There he is. Yeah. What's up, Cap? Are you back?
You got me now?
Are you back, Cap?
I think so. Can you hear me now?
We definitely hear you. You're back.
That was weird. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Hang on a second. I'm going to stop on to this troll. Yeah, I mean, you had no mic, then you lost it. I was like, you might want to reshoot. But this is what I've been doing with Cap, this everything bagel seasoning. I've been eating it out of the container.
What is that? Is that popcorn?
It's everything bagel seasoning. Blind.
Oh, everything bagel seasoning?
I got a problem.
That's
Cap.
Interesting.
I got a problem with this stuff.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to try it.
No, it's like salty. It's got sesame seeds, and then it gets in your teeth though. So, but like it's good with alcohol. I feel like you like mixes because it gets like salty.
Could you dress your beer with it?
100%. Like, and this is like.
There you go. Then
my wife got me the Costco size. So it's big. Like this is like she's feeding my problem by giving me this size bottle. So
well,
how was your New Year's, bud?
To have.
How was your New Year?
It was good. We didn't really necessarily do anything crazy or anything, but I'm not really into that anyways. We just kind of hung out with my brother and some family, and he actually moved into a new house, so I helped him do that. That's pretty much all I did all weekend. But it was fun. We played some poker. We had a few beers. It was nice.
Yeah, I had my buddy that I grew up with over. He's got 2 kids younger than my kid. We had this family over that I work with the wife, and my wife kind of worked with the husband a little bit, and they got a kid my daughter's age and a son a year older. So they were over. And then we have another couple that has no kids yet. They were over, and we got some catered food here. We did some karaoke.
There you go. Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like 4 a.m. and you're like, oh shit, like I wish it wasn't 4 a.m., but it is because time waits for no man, right?
I was in bed by like 12:15. I didn't stay up much past midnight.
Not me, man. I was on the karaoke singing some Bieber and some Vanessa Carlton at that time, probably. Hey, it was a good time, man. I didn't even, I must have drank some water before I went to bed or didn't go to bed or whatever happened. And I didn't even get hungover. So it was really a win for me.
There you go. Win-win.
Yeah, man. Especially at my age. Like, you don't know. I might have gone over this with you. Every 4 years, your body reacts different to whatever you do to it. And, it's 22, 26, I think, or is it 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. That's what it is. Every 4 years you watch. What are you at right now? You're only like 30, right?
I'll be 25 in a month.
So. Oh, you're 25. That's right. You're super young.
Yeah.
So 28, you'll feel it. Like we'll circle back at 28. We'll be around, and we'll be like, yo, you'll drink those beers you drank. Like you'll drink 4 of those, and you'll be like, all right, that's 4 is no big deal. And you'll be like, oh man, what's that? Hurts a little bit, and you'll be confused. So why? But it's the 28.
I will say I went my whole life, like from about 17 to 19, never having a hangover. And I remember like 19, my first hangover, and it wasn't like that bad, but I never had a hangover after that. My 21st birthday, I had the absolute worst hangover I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a hangover ever since then. So I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's good and bad because hangovers are good. Like a lot of these rich people I know around here, like doctors, they'll do IVs the next day, or they'll go to Vegas and have IV, like nurse hook them up. There should be consequence to your actions. And by doing the IV, you're cheating the consequence. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, watch at 28, we'll circle back. At 28, your hangover that you thought was bad at 21, you might think you have to go to the hospital. You're gonna be
hopefully I don't have a hangover. I don't drink a whole lot, so I shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, every so often, no, it could happen. So let's get to this show. I put some quick slides together. We were bored, me and you. We're like, yo, let's just do this. By the way, I gave your wife a nice comment on her dance on Twitter today. Your wife was dancing.
Did you see it? Yeah, she's great. She does so good.
Looks like she's a dancer. Was she a dancer?
Well, she's always danced like since she was young, but she was a cheerleader in high school, so she definitely knows what she's doing. But she has fun with it. She always does like little dances throughout the day and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you something about myself here real quick before we get into this. So, I wasn't the best student. I was classified to 8th grade, whatever. And, I'm outside the box thinker. I'm not really made for, the box. But anyway, so my mom gets a call in 8th grade from the teacher. And she's like, oh, what did he do? What did Insight do? And it's the gym teacher, but we're doing a dance unit, right? Now, I go to a school. This is before I think you can dance. This is before dance is cool, right? This is like, and my school's 38% white, 44% black. Like, the white boys aren't dancing that much dances. Like, a couple of dudes will do it, but I'm not that dude. So she calls and she's like, yeah, Insight. My mom's like, what did he do? She's like, he's a gifted and talented dancer. She's like, I'd like him to like pursue this. And my mom sits me down. She's like, yo, they call. I'm like, about what? She's like, she says you're gifted and talented, and she'd like you to pursue this. I'm like, yo, is she trying to get me killed? She must be trying to get me killed, right? So long story short, I never danced again. But what I tell people that, one of my wife's roommates in college was a dancer at Rutgers, like a dance team captain. I'm like, yo, I was D1 material. My dance moves weren't fostered due to the fact of like I wasn't trying to get killed.
It wasn't in the box enough. Is that what it was?
No, it just wasn't acceptable yet. Like cooking, I love to cook, and now there's like, the chef shows, Chopped, Gordon Ramsay. Like think you could dance is dope now, right? Like all that stuff is cool. My dog might bark.
Yeah. I don't even remember a time where dancing wasn't cool. But I do know that I have like no rhythm, so don't ask me to dance.
Yeah, see, I do, and I just choose like when I'm gonna do it and not, right? So, but like I'm gifted and talented. Just so you know, you could tell Miss Mizey that I'm gifted and talented. I'm doing this right now.
There you go. Y'all can have a dance off one day.
Exactly. Like we can maybe even do it like online. Maybe it takes a lot for me to get going. I'm like, you ever see Step Brothers? He
Yeah,
sings, but you don't sing in front of everybody. That's kind of me with dance, but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Anyway, so
sometimes that's the way to do it.
let's get to this. We're gonna go. We got Captain here. There's your logo. You can follow Captain if you like. He does a little podcast with the wife, and they're very cute together. So you can check them out. I know you guys weren't posting yet or couldn't figure that out or had to get the basic version of the streamer. You're still working your stuff out, but
yeah, we're still trying to figure it all out, but we'll get there. We just have fun with it. It's a lot of fun.
That's what it is.
Something to do when we have nothing to do. So
yeah, man. Yeah, and you guys are busy with little children, but you still make time for the podcast, and it's cool. You guys can watch it together. Like my wife is break is UFC. Like she's upstairs now. Like she's like good. Like whatever. And it's not fights on, but like I'm still doing what I normally do. Anyway, so let's get to some of these slides here. We're going to talk about some of the stuff coming up, and we're going to talk about some controversial stuff here. So first one is this here, Cap.
Oh my God.
So look, you've been with your lady a long time. I've been with mine a long time, and like you have disagreements, right?
I mean, yeah, it happens, but like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Look, like even if, and my wife is more of a fighter than me, but if she comes swinging at me, which happened when we were much younger, I'm not gonna swing back. I'm gonna dip, dodge. Like you can't really tag me in a way to hurt me. She's too small.
Right.
And I could grab you and tell you in your ear, that's not a good idea what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
It could just be said in the ear. Like I think that's more manly than even swinging. It's like, I can control you. I have you. Like you swung, I dipped it, or even if you landed, it didn't hurt, and now I'm in your ear, letting you know that this was not what you're supposed to. You don't put your hands on me. I don't put my hands on you, right? But like I think it should be said. I don't think I should. Like I'm not gonna just run or like I'm not gonna even call the cops at that. Like I'm gonna let you know that you don't put your hands on me. Like, but I'm not gonna let you know by swinging. I don't need to swing.
I'm just gonna walk away until you calm down if something like that ever happens. And like I liked his excuse. What did he say? Like they'd been together since they were 13 or something like that.
So what?
Yeah, like that should be more reason not to like smack the shit out of your wife.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not saying he should do it behind closed doors because I don't condone that guy. Like I said, this is how I'd handle it. But yes, we got Stewie. But like for him to swing back in public is even crazier. Like, bro, like he's condoned guys for this. He's kicked guys out of the UFC for this. And like you're gonna like, why are you slapping her back? Like you got a lot of weight on her. You're obviously both intoxicated. Like you're always on film, right?
Yeah, I mean he literally said like I don't remember how long ago it was, but he said there's no coming back from that. And he's
2013.
just gonna like, yeah, there you go. But like he's gonna come out of it. Let's just be honest. Nothing's gonna happen.
Right. And
absolutely nothing.
All these dudes are like backing him almost. Like, bro, like it's like, bro, I don't
it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I mean, I've just kind of chosen to like stay away from like Twitter threads about this and stuff because people get so defensive so quick.
Well, you know what it is too. It's like, and I've seen this with this Tate guy because like people call, they get on Pat Barry a lot because they love Rose, but they hate him. But like it's like people like, and I'm a grown man. Like I don't idolize other grown men. Like I don't need to do that. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna listen to
weird.
Andrew. What?
It's kind of weird, right?
Isn't it weird? Like that's what weird. I said. Like these people that idolize politicians, like they don't care about me. Like why do I listen? Or like Tucker Carlson or the CNN editorial people, why do I idolize them? Like I don't give a shit what they say. Like why do I care? But it's funny if they idolize them. Like so if Dana White's their guy, Dana White can do anything, right? Like if Trump's your guy, he could do anything. If
they'll defend him to the end, like right? No matter who it is.
Like I'm like even where I work, like some of the younger kids, I'm like, they say they love Tate, and I'm like, yo, isn't he get arrested? And nah, that stuff's not true. And I'm like, well, I think he got charged, but like I'm not really following it like that. But like, like anytime somebody that's their idol does something, is like he's been set up, or like it's really crazy now. Like like how far people will go to back their dude now, right?
Yeah, and the crazier part is if they don't like someone and that person they don't like does the same thing, like
It's
they're
over,
gonna blast them for it.
right?
It's like what is going on in your
Well,
mind? Like,
it's like they're waiting for the dude to do it they don't like, and then if their dude does it, they give him a pass, right?
mm-hmm.
It's again, this Dana White thing is a real good like uh test of this. Like yo, he's making his bologna sandwiches, his food thing on Twitter like normal. He's going about his business like just like like, and the way our news cycle shit goes away. Yeah, of course, the people that don't like him will be bringing it up all the time, but people that do like him will just keep it rolling, right?
Yeah, and I've already noticed like I haven't seen as much on Twitter in the past probably like 2 days. So it was like there was one good day where everyone was tweeting about it, and then there was nothing. So that's how quick everything moves.
Yo, it moves quick, and
Yeah.
Dana's a smart dude. His play to keep it moving is the right move. Like, just keep doing what you normally do, and people will just like people are like goldfish now. Like it's just like
Yeah.
it's gone. Like that's
As
it. It's
long as
gone.
as long as he tries not to slap his wife, he should be good.
Yeah, and I feel like he should be um giving to beaten wife charities now. He should be doing stuff like for sure now because that
Yeah.
like I mean he should be saying like if I could do this, then anybody could do this, right? But he it looked like a bit of a drunken roid rage too. Like he's on a lot. Like you ever see somebody like you're only 24, but like when Barry Bonds got big at like 35, like like I'm 43. I don't get more jacked at 43. Like I'm at like the cusp of where I get less jacked. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down like 15, 20 pounds. I switched to lemon water, but like this dude is like, he's gotten bigger since I've seen him from like watching the UFC since like 96. This
Yeah,
dude is like super jacked. Like whatever he's
it's
on
crazy.
has to make it like, you don't want, your heart doesn't want you to be bigger at 50, right?
Bro, I've seen roid rage in real life, so yeah, you're probably right.
But like, why does he want to be that big? Like
I
right
don't
now?
know. I don't know.
Weird.
I,
Well,
I
I guess
mean,
go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe he just feels better that way or something.
I
More confident.
guess. I
I don't
mean,
know.
maybe to like talk to fighters, he wants to be big. I mean, Rogan is also extremely oddly shaped big. So is Bruce Buffer. You see Buffer like with she's jacked. Like it's
They're
like, bro.
probably all on steroids, all on something.
And they're on some new
How
shit
old is?
too. Like
Yeah, how old is Bruce Buffer?
they're all about the same age, I think, like early 50s.
I feel like
or
Bruce Buffer.
Oh no, Cap! I lost him again. Cap with the your Texas Wi-Fi, Cap. I'm not. Get the. Oh, he's back. There you go. I can't hear you. Nope. No, Cap. We can't hear you again, Cap. Your computer has seized once again. So we do have 3 people in the room right now. One is Stewie. What's up, Stewie? I hit you on Twitter, Stewie, with the take them inches because that's what we do. Me and you. We're all about taking them inches. Me and Stu. I'll be in the animal room too, Stewie, in a little bit to watch the tank fight with you. I hope you show up, Stu. Anybody that doesn't know Rush Hour MMA, I like to plug my boy Jay. I'll be on there this year, he says. See if he follows through on that. We'll just wait for Cap to get back, and then we'll keep rolling on our slides. We'll go a little faster because it seems like we might lose him here and there. I got these bots. Yeah, I thought Elon Musk was getting rid of bots, everybody, but it doesn't seem like it, right? Still got bots everywhere. There's Captain. Let's get him back.
All right. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully
that Texas Wi-Fi, bro.
Tell me about it, dude. I pay $95 a month for this Wi-Fi. It should be better than that.
Yo, I'm with you on that. They really cripple the working man. I like how they give it for free to people that don't have the money. But
I just disconnected everything but this, so we should be good.
Oh, okay.
I disconnected everything but this.
That's awesome. All right, so Dana White, we'll move past him. And we both agree.
Just don't slap your wife.
Yeah. Don't slap
Simple
your wife,
as that.
people. Yeah, if you're out there and you have a wife, or you're gonna have a wife, it's not a good look at any time to slap her.
Go slap somebody else. If
If
you
she
feel
has a
like
gun in her
slapping
hand,
people,
maybe you could slap the gun out of her hand if she's trying to kill you or something. Because women are crazy now too. But like, you know, what we saw there was no reason to slap back. Like, I don't care.
nah, he could have
Care what.
just walked away.
Next up,
Oh God, you. This is controversial, isn't
hey,
it?
I mean, look, so one of my guys I went to high school with, he got jacked up. He looks like the Liver King. He actually was on Jake Paul's like podcast when Jake Paul was young, maybe 18, and they bring him over and he boxes him, and Jake Paul has an octagon in his living room. It's pretty funny because it's like a dude I went to high school with that was tiny. This dude was like 5 foot tall. He wrestled, but he was like I would wrestle him, and I didn't wrestle, and I would beat him, but like he was all jacked up, and he's boxing Jake, and Jake is like it's all like a show, and Jake's running scared, whatever. It's funny. He's little. Jake is not juiced then, but Jake is like he's big now. He's juiced.
Yeah, he's big now.
So what he's doing is this. He's signed for the PFL. He says he's not ready to fight yet, but he's training, and he's in the super fight league, which is supposed to give 50% revenue to the fighter in these super fights. So what's your thoughts on this?
Well, like with Jake Paul, it's kind of interesting because I think boxing, I think that is his sport. I do think he's actually a good boxer.
Yeah.
And I didn't necessarily think that at first, but like over time, I think everybody kind of figured out he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
I don't think, like me personally, I don't think he's going to even fight in the PFL. I feel like he's just going to promote. I feel like if he does fight, it's going to be, they're just going to throw him just a trash can, probably.
Oh, they're going to throw him trash cans off the jump.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So, to be honest, I'm not really interested in seeing him.
Well,
I mean, I'll watch for sure, but like, if it's a pay-per-view, I'm not spending my money on it.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of what I think about it.
So I don't know if you know this, but Logan was finished 5th or 6th in Ohio in wrestling. Logan was a really good high school wrestler.
I knew that.
Ohio is a good wrestling state, and Jake, I heard, was harder to coach, and I think he didn't wrestle as much. But that being said, if you look, these guys are athletes, right? Logan and Jake are athletes.
You can't deny
they're not athletes. Like Jake looked pudgy when he was 18, but like dude is ripped now. If you have a wrestling background, like look at the European fighters in MMA. A lot of MMA wrestling now is don't get taken down, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's like he might be able to learn that part of this. Also, I'm not a Jake Paul guy. Like, I'm not gonna buy into him right away. It's been a slow sell for me. But what he says he's gonna do, he usually does, right?
He usually does, yeah. Which is what's impressed me, like, because I've doubted him every time.
Right.
He's come through.
He hasn't pulled out of any fights. Like he fights when he says he's gonna fight. He, of course, the weight thing, he tried to like strong arm Rahman with the weight thing. That was kind of corny, but like he moves well. Whatever his people do, it's business like. They want him in the best circumstance he can get in. And if there's 50% revenue, like he talks about fighter pay. I mean, he's putting his money where his mouth is. The timing of his video, right when Dana did the slap, is almost like
pretty interesting. Yeah,
almost like he set up the slap. Right? Like
almost, yeah.
Like I mean, like the timing of that was so like ridiculous.
It's definitely been kind of interesting. Like since Jake Paul has come onto the boxing scene, it's like kind of a war between boxing and MMA. Well, not even boxing and MMA, Jake Paul and MMA, and it's been pretty fun to watch.
Well, I don't like though. Like, and I think he's gonna do this, which is cool. I hate when dudes like talk like I beat you in the boxing ring. Boxing is not like fighting or MMA. Boxing is like it's a sweet science and it's art to it, but it's not a fight. Like like when they talk about John Jones get beat up by Mike Tyson, I'm like, no. Like John Jones is like in a street fight. John Jones has all the weapons. Like there's. And again, I'm not saying Mike Tyson's easy to fight, but like John Jones has way too many weapons in a street fight, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking MMA, I feel like pretty much every MMA fighter pretty much would hold their own against a boxer if it's MMA. But same
Right.
in boxing, the boxers are going to hold their own against
Right.
the MMA guy.
Well, it's apples to oranges really in a sport. It's
Exactly.
not the
Yeah.
same sport, but what translates into a fight as a human, if me and you have to fight each other and you're only a boxer and I'm MMA, unless we stay standing and you can land shots before I can get you to where I need you to be, then
You're winning that fight. Yeah.
exactly.
100%.
Now, what I heard he's going to do is say with Nate Diaz, he's going to box him first, which he probably can win that because Nate is, not, he's an MMA fighter, not a boxer. And we know Jake is a boxer now, right? And then he's going to let him fight him in the octagon, which I think is cool because now you're going to give that fighter the chance to fight in his realm. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, but do we really think that Jake Paul has a chance against Diaz in the octagon?
In boxing, yes, he'll get choked out in an MMA fight, right?
Yeah, 20 seconds. Give it
Nate'll
20
choke
seconds.
him out.
Yeah.
Right.
But in boxing, it actually will probably it'll go the whole way. So
right, Nate's chin is ridiculous.
I don't see him putting him away, but it definitely probably would go to Jake Paul. The decision would.
Right.
It would be interesting to see both fights happen.
Yeah, and I think that is
sure.
cool. And PFL will give that flexibility to him, I believe. Or they have to, right? Because Jake Paul is Jake Paul. But yeah, again, the young man has done what he said he's going to do every time. As a man who's a man, and that's I think what men should always do. Like if I start something, I should finish it. He's come through, every time, right?
So far,
yeah. So
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he's making me not hate him, and I kind of actually like Logan. I think seems like my read on him is he seems like a decent dude. Actually, Logan, like Jake seems like he could get nasty, but like Logan seems like a decent human to me. But I mean, I could be wrong. All we see is what we see.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see myself hanging out with him in real life, but we'll see.
Yeah. So next here, speaking of douches.
Oh my God. The biggest one right here.
So we got KSI and Dan. Now, Dennis is from about 30 minutes from where I live. He's from Parsippany. And Dennis really, I wish people would call Joe Rogan more on he made Joe Rogan look bad because Joe Rogan be like talking up Dennis. And I'm like, I never seen Dennis fight. Like all I see is him injured and then he never fights, right?
I've only seen his highlights. That's all I've ever seen.
Yo, and his jiu-jitsu records like 16 and 18 and 16. Like people act like he is like this dude, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then so obviously we know he's a troll. He does well on Twitter, but he takes this fight with this KSI. Now I've been on Twitter and said I don't know who KSI is because I guess he's the Jake Paul of England, right?
Yeah, I don't really know who he is either, but.
Yo, you know how mad
he's obviously popular.
Yo, the British kids get so mad if you go on Twitter and say who's KSI. Like I dare you to tweet who is KSI. I'll retweet it, and they will come down on you like like in 300, like a arrows from the sky will rain down on you.
We're gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna do it.
They're gonna put them to the test. The like legit. Like if you say I don't know who KSI is, they go crazy. I'm like I don't really know what he does or what I think he's Jake Paul of England, but he pulls out of fights unlike Jake. And so Dennis, they have this big build up. Dennis is on Ariel Helwani, and they're going back and forth, which is pretty funny. I actually watched a lot.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I watched the whole thing.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched enough where I'm like it had me entertained, which is I like to be entertained, right?
Yeah, Ariel definitely put him in his place.
And I believe Ariel said minus 9,000. This fight doesn't happen.
Yeah, he did. He was right. I didn't think it was going to happen either.
How does he pull out?
I don't know. Didn't he say he was unprepared or something like that?
How is he unprepared?
Well, the crazy thing is he said on Ariel's show. Ariel was asking him, who was going to be in his corner and stuff. And he was like, I don't know. And he was like, that's the best answer he could give was, I don't know. And then he said something like, I don't need coaches. So you're going to say that like then and then pull out of the fight because you're unprepared and you don't have coaches. So the dude is just like a walking, talking contradiction. And like you said earlier, he's a real life troll. He's a professional troll.
Right. And like as much as we like think Jake Paul should be him, Jake Paul is not him, right? Like Jake Paul seems to be doing things. This dude was a fighter. Like Jake wasn't a fighter and now he is. This dude was a fighter and now he's not.
Yeah, it's like the complete opposite of Jake Paul.
Like he's not pulling out against a fighter. He's pulling out against KSI. Like what?
What is KSI's record?
I don't think he has a record. I know he beat Logan Paul.
I know Dennis in MMA isn't he like 2-0 or something?
2-0 versus tomato cans in Bellator, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean,
but
KSI
has Dennis ever boxed?
KSI, yeah, I believe he fought like dudes at like rappers or British rappers, maybe like little dudes in boxing. Like, let's see.
I think he fought Logan Paul, right?
He did. He beat him in a controversial decision. He's 3-0.
Okay. So he's got one more W over Dylan Dennis, but in boxing.
Right, in boxing.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I don't think he fought against Swarmaz. Like that's not a fighter. It's just a dude. Like that's like fighting me or you. Like, I mean, I like how again, like you're a professional fighter and you pull out against
a YouTuber.
Like, yeah, like to me, like isn't like look, at least like Woodley got knocked out when it showed up and fought. Like Nate Robinson showed up fight. Like this guy like should have no respect by pulling out versus like like a YouTuber. Like to me,
yeah. You know, has Dylan ever boxed before? Do you know that?
I don't think he has. Like he, like and hit like they were acting like when he was hitting the pads, he was being like joking. But I've seen,
he looked like shit. It was really bad.
Yeah, he's not known for.
I can hit pads better than that.
Right, like yeah, they said Stephen A. Smith is hitting pads, but anyway, whatever. We'll move on from this. This dude is like the biggest clown though. Like, what has he said anything since pulling out? Like he probably again just like with Tate and these other guys in white, like he's gonna make an excuse, and his boys that like him for whatever will buy it, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I don't think that anybody really likes him though. I haven't seen anyone coming out and like taking his side though.
But he has done the biggest numbers on like Twitter. Like people like he does numbers. Like, but whatever that means, right?
I know he's got my follow.
I don't follow him because I don't follow like anybody that doesn't follow me. I don't really care. But like he what a clown. Anyway, let's get to some better stuff. So UFC's back next week finally, so we can stop itching and scratching and we're back. Finally. It's been a while. I'm hoping so I think it's Gastelum. That's the wrong one. So Makhachev is until February. We're gonna get to the real fight. So we got this one coming up though. I think it's let me just go to who's on the card. We have definitely Gastelum, which again, like he let me down when I was versus Imanov, 12-3 versus 17-8. Gastelum's underdog. It's 186. Dan Ing versus Damon Jackson again. So Umar Nurmagomedov, one of I don't think he's related. He's a big favorite versus Ronnie Barclays. So basically, we have like a card that's gonna get us back into MMA, but it's not really much
just enough
card.
To get us ready for the week after that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go right into the next week. January 21st, we got Glover, who amazingly was able to get a title shot because of the draw. Versus Jamal Hill, who again gets a title shot because of the draw. So Glover is amazing. Look, he's gotten him and Jan have got the biggest reward for John Jones leaving, right? The division. because
That's
neither of
what
those
they
guys
like to
beat John
say.
Jones. They don't beat Teixeira. The way he mopped Teixeira again, Jones, the way he handled DC and Teixeira, like just shows like what the levels are. But Teixeira is like ageless. I mean, he's special, right? He's a special dude.
Yeah, how old is he now?
I think he's older than me. They have no
He's
age
probably
there,
like
but I think
40, 43, 44, something like
let's
that,
see.
right?
I think he's older than me, but he might be born the same year as me.
Either way, he's been really impressive. Um, I think he's 43.
Um, what's the line here? Hang on. Looks like it's almost even that line, which is cool. He is 43, so he's the same age as me. He's 6'2". His birthday is he's born in 79, like me. Yeah, I mean, he was born October 28th, so he's a little younger than me. But he's old.
Okay.
So who do
Yeah,
you got
he's
for
still
that fight?
kicking ass though.
We
I don't
also
know.
on that
That's a
card have
tough one.
Figueroa Moreno as well and Magny Burns, all good stuff. So you don't know who you got there?
Yeah. That's a tough one for me. I think that Glover, his wrestling is definitely gonna be his best tool against Jamal Hill. I don't feel like we've seen Jamal Hill wrestle very much,
Right.
so we'll see how he gets tested against Glover.
Right.
I think Glover will come out with a decision win, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
Probably.
he could submit Jamal too. Obviously Jamal has good pop. He's got that lanky power.
Yeah, he's powerful. He is
And
very
he's
powerful.
tall. He's got good reach. But Glover is really good on the ground. Underestimated because of guys like Jones and DC in the division, but really good ground guy. Then we got Figueroa versus Moreno again. If Figueroa makes weight, that's the fourth time, right?
Yeah, this will be the fourth fight. I'm going with my boy Brandon. I can't go against Brandon Moreno.
He's tough as shit. He's tough as shit.
He is.
Yeah, you can speak on that. I got to take a leak real quick. You speak on that one. I'm going to take a leak. I'll be right back.
All right. Actually, so Brandon Moreno, I'll tell the story about when we saw him fight in Dallas. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. Like from the walkout, the press conference was crazy. Like just so many fans. I've never experienced like that level of loudness. And I was already a Brandon Moreno fan before all of this and before he beat Kai Kara-France. I was a huge fan even before all of that. But after that, there's no going back. Like he's definitely one of my top 3 favorite fighters. But yeah, like if I had to pick someone in that fight, I'm obviously going to pick Brandon. But being honest with myself, Figueiredo is going to bring it. Davison is going to bring it like he does every time. It's going to be a tough fight, but got to go with my boy Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon's pretty special the way he can take damage because Figueroa is a guy that damages somebody for good. So Brandon really, man, some of those like fights are I'm like, he's about to fold. Even the fight he just had, who did he just fight?
Kai Kara-France in Dallas.
Yeah, and I thought he was gonna fold there too, and he just like turned it on. Like he's got that Mexican warrior spirit, right?
Yeah, I just kind of told the story. We saw him live in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that was one of the craziest, like most awesome experiences of my life.
Yeah, like that was versus Kai Kara-France, that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and like that's what people don't understand. I think like in the street fight, the guys that talk shit about little guys, like in the UFC, like how fast they are. Like those dudes would hit you like 5 times before you even knew what was happening. Like,
yeah, they're fast. The little guys are fast.
I mean, we'll see if Figueroa makes weight. I feel like the scale is always like a problem for that dude.
I'm sure he'll make weight. How many times has he missed weight? It's been quite a few. It's been a few.
I think there's a few, and it's almost like he's like doesn't even care. Like, yeah, well, I didn't make it this time. But I mean, he missed it versus Benavidez for that title fight. He manhandled him, and then he fought him again when he made weight.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
like
he doesn't belong at the next weight. he's a weight bully. But I would have liked, I don't know why we didn't get to see him versus Cejudo, but like, I don't know. I don't know if Cejudo doesn't like to fight a guy. I feel like Cejudo takes him down and handles him right.
I feel like 125 is too hard for Henry to make now.
He likes
I don't
to eat,
think
right?
we'll ever. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that.
So February 11th, we got Makhachev putting his belt on the line.
I'm ready for this one.
Versus Volk. Now, I do like, at first I was like, wait, whose belt is this? I start getting angry, Cap. I'm like, whose belt is this? Because, I don't think like Makhachev should get a shot at that lower title after his one win. Like Volk deserves to be able to call his shot, right?
It's Volk's, or it's Islam's belt that's up for grabs, right?
Correct. Which
they're fighting at 155.
Right. I'm cool with that. Like if it was Volk's, if he was able to go get Volk's belt after one title fight, that's not cool with me.
No, and plus Islam's too big for 145.
I think
he'd have a hard time making that weight.
Yeah. Well, people underestimate Volk. I think the line is pretty heavy to Makhachev. Makhachev we've seen get stunned. Volk's hands are sick. Can Volk stay on his feet? What do you think?
We'll have to see. He says he can do it. We'll just have to see. Everyone has said that they can do it and really not been able to do it. So I'm gonna be rooting for Volkanovski, but my gut tells me Islam will win that fight. It'll probably be another submission.
Yeah, so if he does, it's gonna be corny, right? It's not gonna be it's kind of like Chimaev, like, yeah, you won, but like you didn't give us a fight. Like, I get what you did.
But like you said, we've seen, Islam's been knocked out before, so
yeah.
And like you said, Alex has got crazy hands. So
yeah.
And he's fast. Yeah. He's so fast. Just he gets in and right out.
Right. So and he could turn power. He could turn the power up and down. Like Volk is, and he's a dope athlete.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was a rugby player before an MMA fighter, right?
And he weighed like 300 pounds at one point. Like he was so big. Like, we lost Cap again. The Cap, he shut everything down, but it still got him. So on the rest of that card, we got Islam Makhachev versus Volk. Boom. And then we got Yair versus Emmett. Now, this is a pay-per-view, Jack Maddalaya versus Randy Brown. Not really excited about those two other fights for a pay-per-view. Yes, a fight night, sure. A pay-per-view, no. Like, so they're really kind of jipping us a bit with that. Kind of annoys me. We'll see what Cap thinks about that when he makes his triumphant return back to the show. Hang on a second. Hang on, he's gone. All right, let's see if the Cap will return. We also, again, so we're going to be watching Tank. I'm going to try to stream it. I don't usually do that, but I'm going to try and stream it. I'll be in the animal room with the boys, Rush Hour MMA. My boy Granite should be in there doing his thing. There's the Cap. He's back. Yeah. Hey, Cap.
Can't believe this, dude.
Yeah.
I'll apologize again.
It's all good. It's all good. So I was just talking about this card. So, we got Volk and Makhachev, which we all want to see, obviously. And I'll root for underdog as well. And if Makhachev doesn't get it to the ground like Chimaev needs to do as well, I think Volk pieces him up like he does anybody else. Volk will piece anybody up standing.
Yeah, he'll definitely. That's going to be. Obviously, that's what he's going to be doing. Is taking it to the ground. It's just a matter of if he can actually keep him down there like he's done to everyone else.
Right. And Brian Ortega kept him down and almost choked him out, right? So that's a bad sign for Volk. I think that's where people get
right.
Yeah, if Ortega can do that to you. Ortega, again, is a large dude at that weight. So it's kind of similar but kind of different because it's talking about the Dagestani. But I think when we start to compare Islam to Khabib, he's not Khabib. He's been knocked out, right? He's been touched.
Right, yeah.
At the end, Khabib was beating you at your own game, like John Jones would do, or Nunez was doing until
He was
Durand
outstriking Conor McGregor, like
right. He outstruck Gaethje. Like he walked. He
yeah,
put when he got Gaethje to the ground, a D1 wrestler, he made him look like
like
like me or
nothing.
you.
Yeah, like just a regular ass dude.
Like he looked frozen. That was crazy. But Makhachev is going to be more like Chimaev, where he's going to implement his game plan no matter what. If it's boring, he doesn't care. He has to because he's not Khabib. It's kind of like when they try to compare somebody to John Jones. You're not John Jones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this guy's got holes. Like, I almost like to bet against these guys, especially versus a guy like Volk, because it's like you're acting like he's Khabib. He's not Khabib.
No, he's pretty close, but not Khabib.
Not Khabib. You've never seen Khabib in the predicament.
Never seen him be touched. Never seen him get wobbled. Never seen him be hurt. Never seen him.
And Khabib's understanding of distance is like the same level of the top goats. Like understanding where he has to be, where you can't be. Like Khabib is that good. Like it's really IQ, right? Like it's really like he got the IQ. Like Islam sounds kind of like a moron. Like I think he might have more physical tools than Khabib, but he's not Khabib.
Yeah, and plus, well, his striking isn't even as good as Khabib's.
Right, Khabib's striking got exactly.
Yeah, Khabib's striking is actually pretty good.
And what I really liked about Khabib was when Khabib says, "I'm gonna smash you," he would smash you. Like when Chimaev, for this guy, say they're gonna smash you, they're gonna just take you down, submit you. Like they're not gonna smash you. Like Khabib could have ended Conor earlier, he chose not to. Right, like Khabib will end you earlier if he feels like he likes you, right? Like he'll like he didn't want
to change his face.
he didn't want to choke Gaethje out in front of his family, so he's happy he tapped. Like John Jones is ruthless. He just wants to embarrass you no matter what. But like like Khabib had a heart like Islam. Like he wants to get out of there fast. I think so. We'll see what happens. I go for Volk now. When you were gone, I was talking about this. Look at the co-main and main event. Like yes. Those are nice fights, but for a pay-per-view,
this is a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pay-per-view.
Like so, I'll be asking for links on this one.
Right? Like like Josh Emmett Yair. Like that's the like
that's gonna be a good fight. But like
I get it, but that's like should be like first fight on the main card. Yeah. Jack versus Randy should be a prelim. Like, what are the prelims looking like for this? I don't like again, like this is a pay-per-view. Like back in my day, Cap, like pay-per-view had 2 title fights or so. Like I can't.
Yeah, and they just raised the prices too, so they're gonna expect us to pay it's gonna be like $95 probably. I know I usually pay $85 for pay-per-views, so it's going to turn out to be like $95.
Again, I don't mind that if those 3 fights are really good.
Yeah, like, again, get 3 title fights on there, and I'll be happy to pay that.
Right, like what is Jack and Randy ranked? Like, I hate.
Are they ranked?
Yo, which is if they're not, that is crazy, right?
Yeah, I'll be asking for links for sure.
Can we get like a Bilal Muhammad? Can we get somebody else?
Is it a full card already, or are they still adding fights?
Let me see. It's coming up. February 11th is like next month.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So we got So you got. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just check here. All right, so. Yeah, and we got Lewis versus Spivak before that, and Bader versus Fedor too. Yo, Bellator's hilarious. So we have, it's not a full card because it goes right to prelims after those 3 fights. So they're probably still figuring that out.
Yeah. So it might still shape up to be a pretty good card.
I mean, I hope they come with something that could be. I don't think that's co-main event worthy, but whatever. I mean, look, I'm gonna watch it again. Like that, I like to pay, but I might be looking for a stream for that.
Yeah, I like to pay every time I can, or every time it's worth it.
Me too. And people get after us for that, like especially these young guys. Like, I don't never pay for it. Look, I'm gonna pay if they give me the product that they should. Look, if I went out at night, I'd be paying more than $90 to go out. Like, you know, I've got to
Oh
Uber
yeah,
home too. If I'm
definitely,
drinking, so like I'm home, I'm being entertained, I'll pay. But like you
definitely.
can't give me Jack versus Randy Brown as the third fight on a pay-per-view, right?
No, no, they got to do better. They got to bring us something better than that.
Right. So next, this is a good one, and there's no other fight set on this one, but it's February 18th. It's Marlon Vera, Cheeto versus Corey Sandhagen. I like that, and that's
Yeah,
free.
this is going to be, well, this so far is one of the the best fights they have announced in my opinion.
So this should be co-main event. Move Emmett and whatever our year to this main event, right? Like this should be on the
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
and they're doing this at the Apex, so
Yeah, wow.
like get these two guys in front of a crowd.
Yeah, like, and this one should be like, I would pay for this one. You know what I mean? Like, and then tie it up with the pay-per-view. Even the
Oh
Lewis
yeah,
Spivak.
100%.
I mean, Lewis has been losing, but like that should be, maybe that could be like a lower one on the pay-per-view. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that could
But
open up the pay-per-view.
this is a good one. So Sandhagen is really talented, and so is Vera. Vera is like, if you watch him, like he's a guy that when he touches you, like, so when he fought Rob Font land like 10 punches, Vera land 1 and he go down, right? like
Yeah, dude is super powerful. And it's
like
always go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, you go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead.
But like when he fought Dominic is doing well, and then you know what's coming, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
Vera's
exactly
gonna
what I was
land,
about to say. So you took
right?
the words right out of my mouth, man.
And again, like you're not, so he's lucky it's 5 rounds. Vera needs 5 rounds, I think. He's almost like, so Masvidal early in his career was such a slow starter, he would lose 3 rounders. I think Vera can lose 3 rounders because he needs some time. But like he does damage to dudes' faces. So does Corey though. But like the damage he put on Font's face, I was like, he like rearranged his face, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Cheeto is definitely a scary dude. Yeah. I don't know. I think both guys are going to come out of this fight looking pretty messed up. I think it's going to be a really good war. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. I'm trying to look at these right here. Okay, so obviously Corey's the rangier guy, longer guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice.
I do think I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
go with Cheeto on that one, just
Really?
because, like you said, he's got that power, that one punch power.
Yeah.
Not just a
And
punch, not just punches. His kicks are
his
kicks are
kicks.
crazy powerful.
Yeah. And my cousin, who was a big Sean O'Malley guy, we're gonna talk about him in a second. But you know, he was saying he liked Cheeto too, and Cheetos, I think, I said he lost like 1,000 or been in 1,000 street fights and lost like half.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a
it.
lot of fights.
He's just keeping it real. Like this is how he lived, and like he would lose. Like, he's not saying he won them; he would lose
Right?
them.
Yeah.
Like but he's got not, he doesn't have the power of Pereira. You know, like the death touch, but it's close to it. It's almost like rearrange your face touch, where.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't finish you, he does put himself in a bad spot because like Font might have landed 100 more punches on him, and but he like if it was boxing rules, he dropped Font like 10 times. Like it would be 10 sevens off just the knockdowns, right?
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah, I think they should add that to MMA. Like a real clean knockdown should be 10-8 or 10. Like, you know, a clean
that's
knockdown.
that's not already a part of it.
I don't think so because they don't. It's not mandatory. Like in boxing, you knock a guy down, there's a count. But the problem is, I guess, slips and judges are so stupid, right? And
Yeah,
even like
it's kind of.
I mean, does a leg kick knockdown count as much as like getting dropped by a punch? Like I don't know. Like that'd be tough, I guess, too, right?
I don't know. We still like they still call like body shots. Like if you go down on a body shot and they call the fight, that's a KO. And I've
Yeah.
always thought that's weird. Like they should call it a TKO or something. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, no, it's a KO, like a liver shot. Like you can't get back up. I mean, a TKO is a ref stopping it, right?
Yeah, my whole
If you
thing, I
don't make
guess
the
I get
if you don't
hung
make
up
the
on the
10 count,
definition.
if you don't make the 10 count, it's a KO.
Yeah. I'm just getting
So
caught up on the definition because it's supposed to be a knockout, and these people are still conscious. But I get what you're saying. That's a whole nother.
yeah, I mean, you're not unconscious. You're not unconscious.
Right,
I think
yeah.
you're taking it literally like it's unconscious. But I think in boxing, if you don't make the 10 count for whatever reason, you've been knocked out, like knocked out of the fight. You cannot continue.
Yeah.
So here's your boy.
Yeah, this is my guy right here.
This your guy. And
You love Sean O'Malley, don't you? He's your favorite.
I don't like O'Malley at all. I mean, I respect his skill set. I really respect his like speaking out about a rookie contract. Like I think that's cool. Like he gave us that insight. Like I'm not fighting. Like you say me, I'm fighting Chris Lytle because I'm getting paid Chris Lytle money. Like when I get paid money, I'll fight Peter Yan. Like, and I like that because that's real. I don't like a lot of his other shit. But he has moved ahead of Bryce. Bryce Mitchell was ahead of him on my chart. And I liked he's not going to go to war. He's going to put his boots in if somebody comes here. But then Bryce, after he gets whooped, like fake retires and talks about his being ill and like, you got beat, bro. It happens in this sport. Like just be quiet. Like Bryce stock drop. This guy's stock goes up, but I don't know if I'll ever like this guy, but this is your guy. What are your thoughts for this year on him, Cap, like 2023? It should be a big year for this guy.
I think it's very possible that we're going to see him become champion. Okay. I'm putting a lot of stock into that. I think his next fight, it's obviously, well, it could be Aljo, but I think it'll probably be the winner of Corey versus Cheeto, and that'll be the title eliminator fight. But that's just my theory. And I do think we could see him become champion this year.
Hope not, Cap. Hope not.
I'm putting money on it.
Yeah, my little cousin is your age, actually. He's actually older than you. Shit, my cousin's older than you. He's been saying for years this guy's gonna be champ, and I'm like, hope not. And I'll say to you too, Cap, hope not.
Well, we'll see. I'm putting money on it.
Where's that bet? Is that like where's that bet? Where can you do that bet? Like
just me and my family and friends.
Oh, but we might be able to put that bet in. Let's see. Let me look that up real quick. Sean O'Malley prop bet 2023. Oh, yeah, a little. Again, stupid.
You know what? Man?
Prop bets.
While you're looking at that, I'm gonna go do what you did just a minute ago, if that's cool.
Yeah, you got to take a piss. Cool.
Yep, I'll be right back.
Go ahead, man, do it. 15-1. I was looking at people prop bet if O'Malley to be champ before 2023 was plus 500 before 2024. Let's see. Prop bet champ before 2024. I'm not seeing this, people, but I'm sure people that bet more than me will be able to find it. I'm not going to be able to do that, find that. But I was thinking about, check it out. What we got here? Hey, one of the promotion channel viewers, price lower. Oh, we got a little bit. Look at this, man. We got a robot in the room. Hey, robot. What's up, robot? Promotion channels. Yeah, I don't really care about viewers, but that's cool. Look, I got a robot in the room. And cheers to you. Yeah. Cheers to you there. We got a robot in the room. Look, we're so dope. We got a robot. Okay.
A robot?
Yeah, he wants me to promote my channel as the price is lowered. So we got a robot. We've been on so long that we've attracted the robot.
Hell yeah, that's how you know you're making it.
Yeah, right here, man. We've done it. We've come up, me and you. We were just bored, and now we've made it. So who knew? We didn't even have to dance, Cap.
That's good because you would have lost viewers.
I know.
If I would have danced.
Right. Well, we would call your wife in for that.
There you go. That works.
So we got my man here, John Jones. Again, back to me and you not idolizing, man. I don't idolize any man. This dude, I think, is a pretty bad human being. Very conflicted. Look, these are cage fighters. He's the best cage fighter. He will cheat. He will try to kill you. He will get under your skin. Nike tried to make him a good guy. He is not. That being said, he looks fucking huge at heavyweight, bro. like you knew. So you now we know for sure he was cheating to make 205, right? Like, I mean, he looks fucking huge.
Yeah. Are we sure he's not back on steroids?
I think he took steroids to make weight. I think he, they got to be testing this guy all the time. I mean, and if he is,
when's the last time he was tested? Because I haven't really
earlier
seen
today.
him.
I'm sure.
Earlier today.
Yeah. But his legs are still skinny. But like his brother, I saw something with him and the not Chandler, the older brother, Alfred. And like Alfred's talking about like them like getting into scraps, and like you can see Alfred's like a normal human. He's like, yeah, whatever. And you can see John like he's like, yeah, I didn't kill him. Like John, like I mean, John is an evil dude. Like growing up with him, they're probably like, yo, there's something wrong with you. You know?
Yeah. Well, there's been fighters like I know Colby, which Colby's not really one to talk, has said like he's a pretty dark person because they were roommates or something like in college, right? But I've heard Colby say that, but like, let's face it, Colby's not one to talk either.
Yeah, I mean, at least Colby, like, he's like just make a persona. Like John Jones is just a mean dude, like through and through. Everything he does is mean. Like he needs like narcotics and stuff to like probably keep him like he does crazy shit on him, but like he probably needs that shit. He's not. He's nuts. Like I could tell he was nuts. Like D1 wrestlers are usually kind of crazy, and not one program like took a chance on him. Like, and he has NFL brothers, right? Like they are an athletic family. Not one coach is like, yo, I'm gonna give this guy a shot. Like there's crazy wrestlers like that got D1 shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this guy out wrestled DC just to show us. Like imagine you like say Cap, say you went JUCO wrestling because you were like a decent high school wrestler, and John Jones pulls up at your weight class. You're like, I'm a regular dude. What are you doing here? Like, why are you here? Like, and he's like,
I'm packing all my shit up and going home. Yeah.
Like you'd hate to see him, right? And he's all angry because he's not on a D1 program. But like, how much of a character flaw did he have that not one D1 coach was like, yo, we'll give this guy a shot?
Yeah, he must be like really, really difficult to work with or something. Dude goes to jail all the time, so
yeah,
no telling. What did he go to jail for last time?
He was headbutting a cop car or beat his wife, whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, I think he beat his fiance or something. But by the way, John Jones to me is like Sean O'Malley to you, like just the worst. Like he can fight. He's one of the greatest fighters, but I can't get behind him one bit.
Yeah, like again, so I think he's an evil human, but me and my boy will talk. Like if we have to send our greatest fighter to fight an alien race's greatest fighter, we're all sending John. Like we're gonna juice him to the gills, and we're sending John. Like if you ask Khabib Nurmagomedov that, hey, to save the human race, we're sending our best fighter on the planet. You're sending John. Like I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, John Jones, Cain Velasquez, who else? Nate Diaz.
You're sending Jones.
I can keep on going.
What do you mean?
You say Joe Rogan?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just saying, like those are the top 3 I'm sending.
You're sending to fight?
Yeah, like if like what you were saying, like if we have an alien invasion.
You can't send Nate. Nate is too small. Like we're talking like the person has to be like if we juice John up, he's the biggest guy we have.
Big guys, yeah.
Like The Alien isn't going to send a smaller guy because we're sending a smaller guy. Like, they're sending their best guy, right?
Just give
Like,
him like so much steroids that he goes into a constant fucking rage,
yo,
and he
and
just
cocaine.
fucks.
So
Yeah, just
he's
fucks
up.
every alien up.
Yo, we have all the hookers ready for him, and we're sending Jones. He's going to save the human race.
That's his
But
payment. Yeah.
but I can see why why you won't like him. But I wish, like, instead of when they were trying to make him a good guy and hide shit, just be the heel. Like, you are not a nice dude. You're not in a nice job, right? Like, we're not watching
Right.
you because you're like nice to your grandma. We're watching you because you try to kill people.
Like, yeah. I hate saying it, but the most most famous fighters, they're not nice guys.
Like
Because
Sonny
this is
Liston,
not a nice sport. And at the
right?
end of the day, people don't want to see nice guys.
Right. Sonny Liston was like a mean dude. Like, but John Jones, like, again, why are you hitting a woman? Like, you're John Jones. Like, you don't need to hit any other person with.
You could probably kill any man on the planet.
He could kill a few men at once on the planet because he's a killer. He also has guns. Like, he's been out there shooting his gun, tequila.
I like that
Like,
little ring video he had that one time. That was funny.
And it's crazy, like, that he hasn't gotten in trouble again yet because it's been a long time in between fights. Like, nobody has wasted their prime at a sport like Jones, though, like on his own accord,
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see if he's still got it at heavyweight or if he's past his prime. How old is he now?
He's only like 35, I think.
Oh, he's good. He'll be fine then.
I guess the question is, like, will it transition to? He's 35, born in 87. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't taken a lot of damage. Look, he knows distance. He's tough. He knows how to bore us if he has to. I think what are your thoughts for his 2023 when he gets in the heavyweight ring?
It's definitely going to be interesting to see. They're probably going to give him Francis first, right? So it's going to be interesting to see if you eat a shot from Francis, can he stay conscious? Like, that's the only thing.
Well,
and a lot of these heavyweight guys, are we going to, like, his chin is going to be tested like it's never been tested before.
I guess. I mean, look, like, Francis has to hit him clean. And Francis is not a clean striker. He's like not very like.
Yeah, he kind of wings a lot of shots.
Yeah, and like Jones's distance reading is pretty good. I mean, yeah, I love to see him get hit clean by him and see what happens. Now, if he hits him clean and John doesn't go away, then Francis is in big trouble. But I do want to chime in on Francis for this. When John wanted to get paid like the best fighter on the planet, right? Francis was like not backing him, and then John was like, "I'll stop fighting, man." And then Francis got the belt and wanted to be treated like the highest paid guy. And it was like, yo, you didn't back Jones when Jones did that. Like, and Jones was right about that, right?
Yeah,
like Jones's net worth,
back you.
Even though Jones is an idiot, his net worth is like $2 million or something ridiculous. Like, that's like a normal human's net worth. And this is like our best fighter. Like Mike Tyson, as crazy as he was, net worth like by like, 28 years old was like, 50 million, back then or more. Like, he blew all that money. But like, I think Francis is kind of cowardly by not backing Jones when it's the same argument, right? Why he's not fighting, right?
Yeah, well, Francis wanted to fight kind of when all of that was going down. So why speak out then,
I mean, and Jones is funny how he's preparing for heavyweight. Like, he's such a fighter that he's taking his time. Like, and time is dangerous for him idling, but he's really taking his time to do this, which means he's not just winging this, right?
Yeah, it definitely seems like he's trying to do it the right way. And I don't know. I still think he's probably taken a lot of steroids to get to that size.
Yeah.
But at least he's trying to make it seem that way. I don't know. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see if he even fights this year in 2023.
Right. Well, I got the dog. Will Stipe fight or will Francis? Like, he has to line up to fight. Plus, they do. Like, and heavyweights don't seem to like to always fight, right? Like,
yeah, it's a pretty slow division.
Yes, everything's slow. So anyway, so we'll close the show here. We did an hour and 10. We got this done, Cap. But like 2023 is loading.
Holy shit.
Now what's
I didn't
your
even
like
realize.
closing thoughts here on 2023 here?
2023, let's hope it was better than 2022 because 2022 was pretty rough. It was a good year, but it was a long year. And I guess that's all I have to say about
Yeah, I mean,
2023.
like you're 24, so you're getting into the zone where, like, in me, like, years go so fast. Like, I'm 43 now. It's like, whoa, like, holy shit, another year went by. Like, days go slow, years go fast. But like, it's like you're getting in that mode now. You got the little kids. Like, all of a sudden, boom, they're doing this. You're like, oh shit, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
thing you know, Cap, you're gonna pick your head up and be like, whoa, it's 2033. Like, you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? You know?
Yeah, I will say I finally, for the first time, we booked a trip to Mexico and we're going in March. So, and I need that. So, if I'm looking forward to anything, it's that trip.
Nice, man. You
And
deserve
I've
it.
never been to Mexico, so I'm excited.
I've never been to Mexico either. You got your passport?
I just went to the post office and got it all done.
So we went to Alaska this summer, and Canada, and of course you need passports for this. And we haven't had our passports. I used to go to like with Europe with my parents when I was younger, but like, passports are expensive as shit.
Tell me about it. We spent $500, and
Bro.
like, I was not expecting that.
Yo, I was
not
like, yo, you
expecting
gotta
that.
have money to travel because that passport itself is fucking expensive,
Yeah, that's my plane ticket.
right? Like I was caught off guard too. I'm like, damn, like, and it came fast, but I'm like, and I have it now. I also got the little plane card, so you can like the plane ID, which is cool. Did you
Yeah,
get
we got
that?
those too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool to have them. Then you can feel like you can go places. But yeah, I've not been to Mexico. I think we might take a cruise to the Caribbean. Cruises are almost cheaper than going to like the casino right now. Like for three of us, my daughter and my wife, like $1,400 for like a cruise, like to like Bahamas. As long as you can take it out of Baltimore or New York, we don't have to fly because the price of flights are more than the cruise.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we were gonna do before this, but
Yeah.
this is a better deal.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, when is this, March?
Yeah, right at the beginning of March we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So the weather's gonna be real nice. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm not like used to traveling and stuff a whole lot, so
Yeah.
kind of nervous about the whole like plane ride and stuff. I've only been on a plane twice in my life, so but it'll be all good. We're gonna have fun. We're excited about it.
Take some Dramamine. I flew to Seattle on the flight there. At the end, I was getting like a little bit like clammy. I don't fly a lot either. And I'm like, ooh. And on the way back, I took Dramamine. Helped.
I'll definitely be taking that. I've been taking that my whole life, like being on boats and stuff. You gotta have your Dramamine.
It helps. It helps. Like, and then when you don't take it, you're like, why didn't I take it? Like, what's wrong? Like, and then you can't take it later. You got to take it before. It doesn't like it's not retroactive. You know, like once you're screwed, you're screwed, right?
Right. No, it's not. If you get sick, you're not coming back.
Right. Yeah. Well, enjoy your trip, man. That's gonna be dope. Good getaway. And again, it'll go fast. Everything goes fast, Cap, you know?
Yes, sir.
Except for the weeks in between fights that we don't have fights. That doesn't go fast.
No, everything goes fast. Everything goes fast.
Yeah. All right, Cap. Well, we're gonna sign off now, and we get rid of that. And hey, we did it. We got bored. We came on live. We had a robot talk to us. We had Stewie stop in. I'm gonna go over to Rush Hour MMA. I'm gonna try and watch his Tank fight. I have a link. Do you want the link?
Yeah, send it over. I'm gonna watch it.
I'll DM you the link, and it's always good to have you on, Cap.
Let's go. I appreciate it.
All right.
We'll see you later.